Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ordinary here, bringing you guys episode 7 as the GM of Team Japan. And last time we had a pretty long episode. It was the trade deadline. We traded away nearly everyone. But we did get a lot of picks and pieces for the future here in Japan. So we should see some success coming our way in the coming years. Probably not so much this year. We are still technically in a playoff spot. I'll show you guys the standings here right quick. There we are, third in the Pacific, up 3 points over San Jose, but they do have a game in hand over us. So we are not entirely written out of the playoffs just yet, but our team did get significantly worse there last episode when we traded away most of our players that had any trade value at all. So we'll see what happens, but we did get some young players, some draft picks, and hopefully we're going to see some success in a couple years. It's a little bit of a slow process, but hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Ooh, they got a worse record than us, and they beat us, those pricks. Is that OTL? I don't remember what our record was. I hope so. LA, they got an average record. Oh, he crushed them. If we can go 1-to-1 win-loss ratio here for the rest of the season, we could get something done. Another loss, so that means we need a win here. There's a win. Look at that. It's happening. Another win. Oh, there's a loss. Come on. They got a decent record in Winnipeg, but we can get them, right? We can get them. Oh, there's another loss. Alright, so we need a win to keep the win-loss 1-to-1 going, I think. Alright, get it done. Big win against Nashville. Fuck. Pacific Division rival here in Anaheim. Be a big win. They have an even worse record than us. We can... How... They have... That was an overtime loss, so that's okay. They have Corey Perry, Ryan Getzlaff, and they're doing that bad. Jesus. Poor guys. Calgary's got a shitty record. They're also in our division. Oh, but they got us. That was overtime as well, I believe. San Jose, they've passed us for that spot, so this would be a big win if we can get it. Yeah, there we go. Not giving them any points on that, too. That's a regulation loss for them. Ooh, it is getting down to the wire here. Another Pacific Division team in Vancouver doing really shitty. They're going to shut us out, though. Oh, it's the Sharks. Back to the Sharks. It looks like there's 5 games left in the season, and they are all division rivals. Scout assignment. Here we go. So we got Reinhardt last time. We have a goalie prospect. One of you guys commented it in the last video to try and pick up another goalie prospect. Not sure if that's going to be the smartest thing to do. At least not with any of our top picks here. It would make more sense for us to draft a goalie in the later rounds. Not later rounds, but like the second round or even the third round. Because it is the first 2 years still, and those are when... I can't even speak properly. Fuck me. The first 2 years of the GM mode is when you can steal goalies out of the not top 10 and still get a good goalie, right? That's what I meant to say. 5 games left. 5 divisional teams. The Sharks are one of them. They are up on us by 5 points. So that probably puts us in 4th in our division. Yeah, 5 points down. Calgary's right below us. We're not going to catch St. Louis. So if we have any chance of making the playoffs, how many games do they have remaining? 68 plus 11 is 79. They only have 3 games left, though, the Sharks. So we have 2 games on them. So if we can win these 2 games, we are only down by 1 point. So let's see where we're at here. There's a win over them, which is really huge for us. Another 4-1 win. That's like last time we played them. We could really use a win over the Canucks here. Oh, they shut us out. Does it update here with their... So they haven't played yet. They still have 2 games left. We need to win against... I think we need to win out the season to make the playoffs. So we'll see how we fare against the Oilers here at home. In Japan. They're jet-lagged. And they still managed to take us... That was an overtime loss, though, so I think it was. So that was a point. We're going to look at the stats here real quick. We are down by 4. So, yeah, if we don't win out here, if we don't win in game number 1 against the Ducks, we're out. Make it interesting. No. All right. It's an overtime loss, but it's still a loss. This game doesn't matter anymore. We are not in the playoffs. I wouldn't mind a regulation loss just to drop us as far as we can. There it is. Perfect. 36, 36, and 10 in year 2, so that's a lot better than we did the first time, but it's not good enough for the playoffs. We're coming in 4th, and it looks like the wild cards actually make sense this time. Or not exactly make sense, but there's the 6th place team in the Central is not better than San Jose, so at least there's not a team getting skipped. So it looks like Winnipeg and Edmonton really crushed it in the West, with New York Rangers and Tampa doing even better in the East. So the East is the conference to beat 2 years from now. I guess it would be next year, now that the first season is actually over in real life. Let's look at the playoff tree and stats and wrap up and all that good stuff. Didn't mean to go to the awards. My bad. Playoff tree. Here we go. So, in the West, Edmonton is taking on Dallas, Winnipeg's taking on St. Louis, LA and San Jose, Chicago and Minnesota. So, that's not too bad. LA's getting a cakewalk facing San Jose. They got lucky. That's the playoff format. Tampa Bay, Carolina, Detroit, Toronto, Rangers, Sabres, and Flyers, Blue Jackets. So the Penguins, 2 years in, don't make the playoffs. Anyone else missing out, really? Anyone else missing out? Canadians aren't in. Edmonton is in. Colorado's not. Yeah, I guess I can see this happening. I don't think Buffalo's going to make the playoffs next year. But we did trade them some good bits at the deadline, so that could help. We'll take a look at our team stats here. Team stats, right here. Alright, so we ended up in 23rd in the league. It's not that bad. That'll give us, what, 7th pick? Let's see. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, unless we win the lottery. So, a perfect 500-point percentage. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at some of the more important stats here, like goals for per game. We had the least amount of goals in the NHL this year. Goals against per game, 8th. So we did a pretty good job of keeping the puck out of our net. Scoring was a little bit hard for us, though. Power play percentage is going to be down there as well, yeah. 28, ooh, that's brutal. That 13.9%, that is shit. Penalty kill percent, 5th. So we had a really good penalty kill. Top 5 in the league. That's something we can, that's a success for next year. Player stats. Let's take a look at these. Alright, so leading scorer of the year, Nikolai Kulemin. He had 39 points for us. Jokinen had 38. Then it drops off significantly, going down to David Booth and Bo Bennett in the mid to high 20s. Gerby, Davies, and Bolesky, 20s, low 20s. Davies is our leading defenseman with 21. Hainsey had 15 points. Drew Miller, the $4 million man, with 14 points. Anyone not get points? No. Linus Omark, though, only 3 points. Quite the regression from his last season where he had 42 points. So, I guess the lack of ice time there hurt him a little bit. I want to see our goalies, though. Our goalies. Not the worst stats playing on a shitty team, I'm going to tell you that right now. Brian Elliott, 2.24 goals against average with 13 wins and 20 losses. Leland Irving, 2.47 goals against average with 23 wins, 16 losses. And for the save percentage for these guys, Brian Elliott had a really good save percentage, 92.74, and even Leland Irving was above 92% as well. Leland Irving. Fuck me. I need a drink. Okay. So there's no point in ending the episode 10 minutes in, so we're going to skip the entire playoffs here. If it takes a long time, I'll probably just use the power of editing and cut this out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this one out, guys. Okay, guys, playoffs are done. Looks like the Rangers took home the cup, and the Rampage take home the Calder Cup. So not a good year for our organization. Looks like the Portland Pirates didn't do so well. We will get going up into the draft here because we've only been recording for, I don't know, after I cut that out, it's probably only 11 minutes. No, I don't want to play the prospect game. Pro Scout, Nicholas Roy or Waugh, depending on where he's from. Daniel Sprong, Ryan Gropp, Noah Bushnell, and Mitch Jones. Retirees for the year. We'll start by points. Yager, Solani, Alfredson, Whitney, all these old guys, Elias, Gonchar, Todd Bertuzzi, Daniel Briere, blah, blah, blah. We'll go to Japan and see if we've lost anyone. I don't think we have, but no. What about in net? Marty Roder, Javi Bulin, Tim Thomas, Evgeny Nabokov. Then it's a bunch of nobodies. Okay, so we're not going to update shit, but we are going to check out the prospect game player stats. See if there's any really high overall guys that aren't named Connor McDavid. We already know he's in the 70s, I'm pretty sure. Points. Konechny got... he's a 53 overall, but he did lead the team in points, so maybe he's worth looking at. He's a centerman, though, so we don't really need him. Bittner, left winger, no. I'm just looking at these numbers. 64 for a defenseman's not so bad. Nick Zottel. Not so much anything on the red team. McDavid, we already know he was going to be high. Nope, nothing there for overalls. Graham, for a goalie, 61 out of the draft is pretty good. Oh, a 62 is even better. Ken Appleby. Alright, so we let in 5 goals though, so he can't be that good. Christ. Let's take a look at the Scouting Central. See, where was that defenseman's name? With the Z last name. Ooh, he's way out. There he is. Nick Zottel. So, we could pick him up in the second round, it says. He probably doesn't have very good potential, though. What about the names we were recommended? I remember Nicholas Roy or Waugh. He was on there. Daniel Sprong. Konechny was on there as well, wasn't he? Maybe. Second is a goalie. Is it Appleby? No, Schmidmeyer. Carl Schmidmeyer is the second-ranked prospect goalie. Appleby's down in 16th. So depending on when we have the 8th pick right now, unless we win the lottery and jump up a little bit, but I don't think we will. So it's looking like Merkley, although he's a centerman we don't need. If one of these defensemen doesn't go, we could pick up one of them. I remember this guy, Oliver Kylington, without the nationality. Wouldn't mind picking him up. Otherwise, we might drop down to Ryan Pylon. 10th, Jeremy Waugh at 11th. Those guys wouldn't be too bad to pick up. Konechny at 13th wouldn't be... he's a centerman, though. Like I said, we don't need that. Is there any guys that didn't play in the prospect game. I don't think Kylington would have, but I don't know. I don't know what league he came from because he doesn't have no nationality. Scouting profile, does it say on here? Scandinavian. So yeah, I would kind of like to take a chance on him just because it would be funny. He's at 6th, but I don't think it's worth it to move up that much. It's probably going to cost a lot to move up those 2 draft picks. Dylan Strome, was he on there? On our recommended players? Anyways, we know what we need to get. If we need to get a second line center, we can do that as well. But we do have quite a well-rounded prospect covered. If we're going to look at contracts really quick, I can just show you what it looks like. Reinhardt's our best prospect right now. He's 4.5 gold stars centerman. Bo Bennett and Gergensons. So Gergensons hopefully will be our second line center of the future. Bo Bennett hopefully will be our first line left winger of the future. And then it's kind of a drop off from there. We don't have any studs, really. We've got some good like top 4D. Maybe a second line right winger in Jensen. Same with Fleury, top 4D, but we don't have any real studs, right? So with our first pick, we're not going to take a center. We're going to take the next best thing available, and then going from there on out, let's just take the best player. Begin NHL entry draft. Yes, please. So are we at 8th? We are at 8th, 14th, 16th, and 18th. So if we want, we can move up to where Calgary's drafting at 6 and grab that defenseman. I'm just going to see what it would take. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I just want to see what it'll take. Calgary. So they don't want to deal it. It's right to the beginning of the A for trade value. They want our 8th pick. So that would obviously go back. And then we would just have to add just something. It wouldn't have to be much. We're not going to throw in any of these picks. We're just going to move up. What are we looking for years left? Who do we have that they want? It has to be at least 2. Okay, here we go. Dana Tyrell, he's 26. Don't think he's going to quite add enough to this trade to make it go through. Kuhlman, he's 28. I wouldn't mind throwing him in. That should make it go through. Ooh, but they can't take it. We're going to have to take something back. They're not wanting to give away anyone either. Okay. Why? Do they have anyone that's not absolute shit that I can grab back, or what? 3.5 red star. Those players can turn out. 70. Oh, we don't want a center. Let's just see if this will go through. Michael Furland and their first for our first, and Nikolai Kuhlman. Hopefully this goes through. It might not, but it's worth a try. No. Okay. So let's just keep our pick. We'll keep our own picks. McDavid goes, Schmidmeyer goes, Bartzell goes, Milosh. Oh, Kylington would have went 5th anyways, so we wouldn't have got him. Who can we get here at 8th? Ryan Pylon, the defenseman. Gabriel Gagne, the power forward right winger. One of those 2 guys, hey? I don't really like power forwards in this game, so we're going to go with Pylon, take the defenseman. Okay, so now we're scouting, or what are we doing here? Get me out of here. Scout assignment? What the fuck is going on? Draft player. Ryan Pylon. There we go. Good job, game. Right on. Okay, so now we just got a defenseman. Hopefully, he's at least 4 green stars. Korestelev, the right winger, is the next best option, which I wouldn't hate picking up. He's a Russian, so we didn't get to see him in the prospect game, so he could have a high overall. And he's a sniper and a right winger, which is the one thing we don't have for that first line yet, so he's definitely the obvious pick for us here. Gonna take him, no questions asked. Now, it's, do we want Bittner? He didn't lead the team, but he had some points in that prospect game. Rantanen, he's also a left winger, but he's the 2-way forward, not a power forward. Pavel Zacha, left wing 2-way forward. Sam Harding, then we're getting into first/second, so I don't want to do that. I want to pick one of these 3 left wingers here. We get two-way forward. I'd rather have a two-way forward, I think, than the power forward. And this guy is slated a little bit higher. What do we got for goalies? I'll take a look at goalies right now. Ooh, Appleby is still there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take... I'm going to take Rantanen, and hopefully Appleby won't get taken in this pick here. Look what he does. Fuck. Oh, this game sometimes just doesn't want me to succeed. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe Graham is the better pick anyways, with his neck beard. Yeah. Okay, we're taking Graham then. Okay, that'll do it for the first round. Who ended up going? Anyone that I had my eye on. Strome's gone. Nicholas Roy or was gone. And we pick third in this round, so not the worst. Not going to propose any kind of trade. I'm just happy with what we've got. So it goes Musel, Fram, Zodel. Ooh, that was the defenseman that had like a 63 overall. We could get another C. Graham. Yeah, we can grab Zodel. Why not? Natanen, Dermott, Graham. Okay, who can we get now? Basically any position I'm okay with drafting at this point. D. Sprong, he was on the list of people that you might want to get. Yeah, we'll take a chance on him, because he'll be gone by the 30th for sure. Skip all this. Boom. Who's left? David Henley. We drafted 2D already, so I'd rather not. I'm going to sort by potential here. D, left wing, center. Nah, let's just go like this. It's between these 5 players. Everett Clark, the centerman. He's a playmaker. He's a small little guy. Perlini's a monster left winger. LeBlanc, centerman. And then 2 defenders. Nationality, England. Right on. I kind of want to give the English guy. Should we give Perlini a chance here or what? Everett Clark, the small little playmaker, though. I'm okay with... I'd be okay with that. Let's do it. Let's take the chance on him. Perlini, welcome to the team, buddy. And we'll do our first pick here. Or do we only have the 1 pick in the 3rd? I think we only have the 1 pick in the 3rd. Yeah, and then I'll just skip everything, because you're not going to find anything past that. Sort by potential. Nah, we'll just take not the defenseman, the right winger playmaker. He's a small little guy. Why not? Bryson. No, I'm not going to pick him because I can't say his name. And then everyone else is bad though. What kind of player is he? Because he's going to be a 3rd liner max for us. So we don't need a playmaker on the 3rd line or a sniper. 2-way forward, though. We did pick a lot of left wingers this draft. I'd rather get now a centerman or a right winger. We're just going to take the right winger. Screw it. Okay. Auto draft for the rest of it. We're going to take a look at all these players that we got, and then we're going to take a look at the Islanders and that alien defenseman. Go to contract screen, exactly. Alright, so who do we got? So it looks like Korostelev, the sniper right winger, is 4.5 gold stars, so that's huge for us. That's a really, really good draft pick. Sprong, the guy we took a chance on in the middle of the 2nd round, turns out to be 4.5 red stars, so hopefully he can turn into something. That wouldn't be bad. Pylon, he was our actual first pick. He's only 4 stars, so not too stoked with the Pylon pick. Rantanen, yeah, I'm good with that. He was a little bit later in the draft. And then that goalie that we took, he's 4 stars as well, so him and Marcoux are pretty much in the same belt. Graham's actually a little bit better, just if we're going off of age and overall right now. So we do have a goalie prospect we can trade now with Marcoux. And Pylon I wouldn't even mind trading because he probably has a lot of value. But let's get some of these signings done before we even think about that. Actually, no. I said I was going to look at this Islanders defenseman, and I'm going to do it. He's nowhere to be found. He's only 4 gold stars too, so we didn't miss out on him. Yikes. Strange draft this year, but it is what it is. Alright, Japan. Let's sign some of these players up. Oh, why am I on left wingers? There we go. Krestalev, negotiate your contract. Welcome to the league, buddy. Here's your entry level. Sprong, you too. We gotta get Gergenson's back now. Hopefully he doesn't want too much. We can give him one way. This'll take him all the way to out of his potential. So I'm happy with giving him a 6-year deal. We're not going to run into any cap space issues in the foreseeable future, so this is okay. I think this should go through. We'll see. Bo Bennett, he's going to want a little bit more money because he's actually got a decent overall on him right now. It's going to take 4 years to get him out of his potential, but that's going to be a big contract that I don't really want to give him, so we'll give him the 2-year deal here at 1.5. Mikko Rantanen, another draft pick for us. We'll sign him right out. Pylon, the disappointment. That's his new nickname. Pylon, the disappointment. Yeah, welcome to the team. 4-star bitch. Even Jensen's a 4-star player. 22, so it'll take us 5 years to get him out of his potential, and he doesn't want that much, so he probably won't turn into anything. But if he does, we're going to get him at a steal at just over 1 million. Arturi Lehkonen, he was one of the guys we drafted, or I mean signed out of free agency. We'll give him a contract. I mean, 4 red stars. Hopefully, turns into something, right? Now we're down to the 3.5-star players. We got Nick Delorier. Sign you up. He wants a lot of money, so hopefully this guy gets good. That's what this is telling me. 3 years is going to take him out of his potential, but it's also going to be a decent size contract. We'll give him a 2-year deal at 1.1. That will go through. Kirkland's still good. Hayden's still good. Cody Kunuk, the grinding center, he's only got 2 years left to develop. So he wants a 2-year deal too. I can give him 2 years at 1.5 if he'll take it. Otherwise, have to negotiate with him. Unsigned, Zodel, the 64 overall defenseman. This guy's basically the same as Pylon to me. And we took him a whole round later, so a little disappointed with Pylon, not gonna lie. I was hoping he was gonna turn into like at least 4 gold or green stars. 4.5 gold stars would have been good too. Now we're into the 3.5 red star players. Matthias Janmark. What I'm gonna do is sign this goalie. Yeah, 3 years, that's good. Don't have to worry about Mahalik signing him, not gonna bother. What we are going to do, though, is fast forward to the next day. So I can see what I'm working with here for cap space. I know we're going to have tons, but I just like to have a little bit better of an idea in case something does come up. Reject a contract renewal from Zemgus. Okay. Jensen also. Alright. So Zemgus and Jensen didn't take their contracts. We can only sign 3 more guys. So that's another reason I wanted to slow the roll there. So Zemgus didn't like the offer I was giving him for 6 years. So I'll give him a 5-year deal then instead. At 1.44. If he doesn't take that, that's fucked. Jensen, he didn't like my offer. I was trying to lock him down long term. Still wouldn't mind doing that. It's just going to take a little bit more money. I give him 1.03. We'll give him 1.13 this time. Hopefully he takes that instead. And then we can sign one more guy. Janmark or Martin. We'll take Martin first. Alright, Martin only wants 1 year. We're going to offer him 3 so he gets out of his potential. It's going to have to be a one-way deal at about 1.2. I hope that goes through. Now we need to start letting some guys go. Is there anyone who finished developing but didn't turn into what we wanted them to turn into? Chad LaRose, you're an example of that. Released to free agents. Thanks for your service, but you're gone. Drew Miller. Yeah, keep Drew Miller for now. He's a 79. He's a good depth player for us. Cal O'Reilly, he's one that can go. Linus Omark, same story. Thanks, but no thanks. Good couple of years, but we don't need you anymore. What else are we looking at? That's about it. We have a lot of prospects and shit. So we can sign 2 more guys here. Who's it going to be? Zachary Davies. He only needs a 1-year deal from us. I'll give him that. Who else? Johan Larson. Good. Yeah, you can be the next guy. What's it going to take to get this guy long term? Nothing. It's not going to take us anything to get this guy long term. But I don't want to commit that long if he's not going to get better, so we'll just give him a 3-year deal. And Sim. Hopefully Zemgoose was happy with the contract. Same with Jensen. Alright, we got Zemgoose. We got Johan. And we got Jensen. Okay. So what are we at for reserve list? 44 out of 50 now. So apparently I can't count. So we can sign 6 more guys. Potential-wise, what are we looking at? Janmark. So I'll sign Janmark. That's a no-brainer. Give him 3 years, sure. That's 6 million, or 6 million. That's 600,000. And then let's sort by overall and see who we're missing out on right now. Bolesky. You definitely want Bolesky back. That's a decent contract that he wants. Knock him down a little bit to 2.5. He should still take. No, he won't take that. 2.6 he'll take for 3 years. I'm happy with that. He'll be a roster player even on a good team, you know what I mean, at 82 overall, so I'm fine with giving him the contract. Same with Booth. He's not going to want as much, so that's good. How old is he? 30? Yeah, that's fine. 4 stars, so he's not going to go down anytime soon. Okay. 1.90 for 3 years for David Booth. And now we're down into the players that don't really matter. We can replace any of these guys in free agency. And we probably will. I'm just going to see what happens after I sim 1 day here. Okay, we got those 3 guys. Perfect. Goalies, I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Leland Irving, I'm okay with not having him if we've got Elliott. Elliott played a little bit better anyways. Unsigned, looks like Charlie Graham didn't take the contract. We do have too many goalies, so that's what happened there. If I release Leland Irving, does that mean I can sign Graham? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it does. Okay. So, try this again. Welcome to the team, buddy. All skaters. Sorting by overall, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's our top 9. Looks like Gerby. Oh, some of those guys are defensemen. 1 sec, forwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our top 6 right there. Gerby, Zemgoose, Johan, Reinhardt. We got a lot of centermen. We got a logjam of centermen right there. Yeah, we don't need to sign any of these guys. What do we got for cap space? Tons, I bet. Cap space $39.145 million, so we will have to sign someone to a big deal. Last year, Drew Miller got the big paycheck. How about this year it goes to... I guess he's the only one who deserves it. I'm sorting by overall. Oh, I'm on forwards, though. What about defense? How about Koska? Yeah, Koska can get the payday this year. Well, it's on 2 ways. Like, this is not going up. Let's go higher, higher, higher. This video is going on longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. Koska, you're a valuable member to any team, buddy. We're happy to have you. That nice ginger beard, greasy flow, I love it. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Get him up. You know what? I think he at least deserves $7 million. How's that? $7 million for 1 year. Please accept this contract. I don't think we can be the type of team we are without you, buddy. Alright, so we got Koska. We got Graham. And that's going to be the end of our re-sign phase. We can sign any of those guys that we didn't sign out of free agency because cap space is not an issue, but I'm just going to hold on to what we've got for cap space in case there's a big name in free agency this year. There hasn't been lately, but fingers crossed that there will be this time. I'm going to take a look at the free agency, but I'm not going to sign anyone. I'm going to put that to you guys to see if there's any big names like Patty Kane. Should we get fucking Patrick Kane? I mean, we do have $33 million. That will take care of the right winger spot next to what's his cock, Sam Reinhart for a while. Hagelin, there's another player. So there is 2 big names. Do we make the big splash here? He wants $9 million for 5 years. We can easily give him that. So let me know, boys. Let me show you a little bit more of what's available here. Just gonna scroll down. Okay, in net. Jesus Christ, fucking fingers. Leland Irving is the best goalie in net, so it's not like we're gonna sign a goalie this year. As far as prospects go, here's goalie prospects, player prospects. Patrick Kane's only Red Stars. He must have gone down. He must have done the old plague. Looks like the top 2 prospects are also the top 2 potential prospects. Yarncroc, Christian Thomas, Matt Conan. All these players, guys. So let me know who we should target here in free agency. Is Patrick Kane the answer? Could he lead us into the playoffs for the very first time ever? Let me know what you think of this video in the comments, of course, possible moves as well. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.